Hey you, it's true. Should you summon Storm King Arthur? Over 50% of 500 voters on my channel think she'll go to SS tier. 95% predict at least S tier. So in terms of public assessment, she appears to be a very solid but not a crazy good unit. What do I recommend? First off, if you are a whale and soulstones are not a scarce resource for you, definitely fully awaken her. She is certainly good enough for a spot in any top arena team right now, even without a big level up investment. Plus, she comes with a very juicy 3% HP fellowship that mainly just requires you to have Yukata Ludmilla fully awakened as well. Moving on from whales to dolphins and free-to-plays, if you run a stun team, there is no question that you should get her. Some of Storm King Arthur's skillset scales with other storm units on the field with her, and she's 100% a top 3 stun unit right now. Together with Percival and Odin far above the rest. Pure stun teams suffer against burn teams of course, so I always recommend to build hybrid stun, which Storm King Arthur arguably is considering her stealth side. A full awakening should also be considered if you have a team build idea in mind that can utilize Storm King Arthur to great effect. Her King's Dawn and high speed is quite sick after all. More on her pros later. Storm King Arthur Platoon 1 hybrids, even without any other storm unit, could feasibly work well in the current meta, though I'd recommend at least Bright Lancelot at position 5. Yes, Storm King Arthur's stun output is reduced then, but she could still work very well with poison or even sleep. She has no attack or skill in her skillset that potentially wakes up all sleeping enemies. Even some burn hybrids might work given her stun wards and hold ground plus. And of course she can be combined with other generalists like Percival, Cleopatra and Musashi, who is one of her biggest rivals both in offense and defense. Now, when should you skip her? If you are low on soulstones, i.e. too close to the 30k fountain benchmark, if you hate storm units, or if you are a free-to-play burn user. That's it, and that leaves anyone who isn't covered by what I already mentioned. And for those I recommend at least one copy, because even at level 100 from reinforcements, I think she will have good use for a long time. Why such a broad recommendation, you ask? Let's dive into her advantages and disadvantages briefly. Her very high speed means that she could feasibly take out Musashi before she even gets the turn at dawn. 600% damage with the stealthed attack against 2, elemental advantage, I've seen it happen. It's disheartening to watch as a Musashi main, to be honest. The high speed is also nice when coming in from reinforcements. She could get the turn rather quickly. Her survivability is great until all 5 King shields are used up. The hold ground pluses, the stealth shields, the wards all help her even when she is low level. She mostly needs to be concerned about execute skills, but so do most units, and one especially dangerous one is Musashi, if she can't stun her or take her out first. Absolute Zero is a pure counter against Hold Ground Plus after all. Speaking of executes, Storm King Arthur only eats a lot of spirit if she successfully executes units with her Regal Wavemaster skill. Otherwise, she's quite spirit neutral. This is particularly helpful if you run her at low power. And even at low power, her stuns can be a counter to many top tier units that bank on getting turns. Except the stun immune burners of course. With other new storm units released, she may get even better, or at least stay relevant in the coming months. The stun side of King Arthur's skillset may not help her against burn, but at least she has a stealth shield. Still a rather bad matchup against them of course. A bigger drawback is her 150 time unit limitation on Regal Wavemaster, which likely means that she will never deal full damage against burn units with that skill. However, she can still finish off lower time units as well, similar to Rapunzel's Crackling Smite. Storm King Arthur isn't ignoring guards though. together with other Storm units over 150 time units, can quite easily happen on the enemy team, to be fair. And her hit seems average, nothing too crazy. All in all, I think the SS tier prediction is on point. In fact, given that she's only unlocking King Storm with the first limit break, I would argue that Storm King Arthur is the best level 1 unit in the game right now. Zero investment for good value. If this summon or skip analysis was helpful to you, hit that like button. Let's try to get to 70 likes if you want this video format to continue for upcoming new units. Subscribe to become part of the True Carrot patch. And as always, thanks for watching.